Tim, I wanted to show one other sequence that took place in the third quarter also, because this is something that I think a lot of people were picking up on. And we'll see Luka Doncic. He's going to not get a call, and he's going to complain about it, and that's nothing new for him. But then he doesn't get back on defense, and the Magic wind up scoring on the other end, and there's just a little bit too much of this going on. So the other thing was a microcosm. Is this a little bit of a microcosm of what we see with the whole Luka Doncic show as well?
Yeah, look, Luka's had two glaring flaws throughout the course of his career: conditioning and crying. The conditioning he has made major strides in. He's crying as much as he ever has. And let me preface this by saying I got a C in a community college psychology course in the late 90s, so I'm not qualified for psychoanalysis. I did cover Luka the first 6.5 years of his career. I've talked to a lot of people who have coached him, who have played with him. What I can tell you is Luka vents his frustration at the referees. So the more he's frustrated, the more he's whining, he's crying, and he worries more about sometimes the 3 guys in the gray jerseys than the 5 guys in the opposite jerseys. And look, he's going to have defensive problems regardless. It's hard to play defense if you never cross half court because you're worried about a call that you didn't get.
I mean, look, man, this is now becoming a theme, right? It's trending. Everyone's talking about it, and we know everything is narrative driven, but obviously there's some truth to it, or there's a lot of truth to it. Luka Doncic, the video evidence is there, right? He doesn't get back on defense because he's complaining at the refs, and just on top of that, he's always complaining at the refs. I haven't really been seeing, watching Lakers games lately, but I know Luka's been known to complain. Apparently now, though, it's really picking up, and he's doing it more than ever. I don't know what's happening, if he's not getting a fair whistle or not. He is leading the league in scoring, which is, it is what it is. Maybe he feels like he's just not getting enough calls for his usage rate. Point is, though, if this narrative is gonna, and eventually it'll stop, right? Because everything comes to an end. It's up to Luka to stop complaining as much as he is. Like, we gotta put the blame on Luka. He gotta not complain so much. And honestly, I think it'll help him if he stops complaining, because ultimately the refs are human, and if all these narratives are out there, the refs see it, and they're less likely to give him a whistle because now you have the reputation of being a whiner, being a dude that cries. So if I'm Luka Doncic, I'm just going out there and I'm just hooping. The calls are gonna come. You're Luka Doncic. We know who you are. It's, I think, in his best interest to stop complaining and not cry about not getting calls. Just my opinion.